What's going on, guys? Patrick here from PatrickLonelyRealty.com, and today we're going to be going over what you can purchase out here in Oahu in 2021 in the $1 million price range, specifically for single family homes. We're going to look at each side of the coast to show you exactly what you can get for $1 million out here in Oahu in 2021. So stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. Okay guys, so like I mentioned before, we're going to be showing you on each side of the coast in a couple different specific areas in Oahu what $1 million will buy you in the single family home market in 2021. So let's jump on my computer and show you exactly what you can get, and these are all active listings as of now. All right guys, so as we can see on my computer, I've listed all of the properties $1 million and below, single family homes with at least 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. And this is kind of show you a little bit of what the inventory is looking like. Our inventory is extremely low right now, especially in the single family home market. But we can see that specifically in Kailua, everything in Kailua is selling super fast. So we don't have anything really anywhere from Hawaii Kai to Kailua, but we do have some listings in Kaneohe. So that'll be our windward side of what we're going to be looking at. We'll look at one property in Honolulu. We'll look at something in Kapolei and Ewa, and we'll also look at something in Mililani. And lastly, we'll stop by the Westside. So you can kind of see what you get for what you pay for when it comes to $1 million budget out here in Oahu. So let's pick a listing and check it out. All right guys, so this is gonna be the first property we're gonna look at. This is over in Kaneohe, which is really just the outskirts of Kailua town. And this is where you can find a little bit of more affordable housing. And we can see right here, this one for $835, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,400 square feet, just short of 10,000 square foot lot. It is definitely a fixer though, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. You've got some luscious land around you, but it is all original. This looks like it was probably built in the 70s. Let's see here, it was built in the 64, I was close. So, yeah, it definitely has a lot of potential though, and that's what you have to see. On the windward side, you're going to be spending a lot more and getting a lot less, but from an investment standpoint, the appreciation on the windward side is much higher than on some other sides, like let's say the west side, because it's very, very, very highly desirable, and it's not too hard to get to town. You just jump over onto the poly and you can be at work, no problem. But we can see here, this place needs a lot of work and a lot of love. Got that nice little water fixture canal in the back, which is nice. But yeah, this place definitely needs some work, and it looks like it gets pretty wet up there, which it does in the Kaneohe area. So mold can sometimes be an issue, and you want to make sure you got good gutter systems to protect that foundation. But nonetheless, that is the property there. Definitely needs some fixing and some love. There are a couple other listings that I saw that were a little bit nicer quality in closer to the 900 range, but I just wanted to start there. So that kind of starts us off with what you get on the windward side. So let's jump over and check out another property on a different side of the island. All right guys, the next listing we're going to look at is we're going to start going to the leeward side. We're going to go over to town, and we're going to actually look at this property over in Palolo. So Palolo is a beautiful area, very lush. It's just outside of town, so you don't have the hustle and bustle, but very quick and easy to get there, and also to the freeway. One thing you do have to worry about in Palolo is because you do have all this lush land and you are up on the hills, sometimes there can be foundational issues. Just a small little tidbit, but let's check out what you get for what you pay for. So for this property, we see it's active, $899. Super surprised it's still on the market. 4 bedroom, 3 bath, 3.5 bath, 1,800 square foot living area, which is massive for out here in Hawaii, and a 7,000 square foot lot. It'd be interesting to see how much of that lot is actually usable. But we can see they've done a great job with renovations. We've got stainless steel appliances. Looks like those are hardwood floors. I love the wood chop block style for the counters, which is really nice. A big old sink. The overhead for the stove. Looks like they got some massive ovens over here as well. This was definitely a cooker's kitchen. And look at that view. It's absolutely stunning. That's exactly what I'm talking about. In Palolo, these are the types of lush views you get, which is absolutely amazing for outdoor living. And looks like all in all, it's in a pretty good structure. You know what? I actually know this house. I actually walked it. This did have foundational issues, but they did fix it. and it does allow for 2 separate units, which is great for that price point, and especially because they already fixed the foundational issues, which could have been about $250,000 fix. So that's why it's been on the market for so long, because it's been on and off. So there's some insider information for you. But yeah, that's the Palolo area. That's what you can get. This is a beautiful and very unique listing at that price point. You can usually see the homes in that area, you know, anywhere between 800 to $1 million. But like I said, sometimes you can have some foundational issues, but the views and the lushness of what you're surrounded by can sometimes make up for that. So let's take a look at a different side of the island. Okay guys, so we're gonna start moving over to the Mililani area. We're gonna move a little bit away from town. And Mililani is a very popular area, especially with the military community, and also because it's a very, very nice community. You have Mililani town area, and then you have Mililani Mauka. Both of them have great schools, so if you have kids, this is a great area. And again, it's pretty close to town. It's not too far out, and there's lots of stores. It's very, very convenient, but it's a great, great area. So let's take a look and see what you get for $1 million and below. So we've got this one here. It's been on the market for 8 days. Single family home, $935,000, 1,400 square feet living area. So 400 square feet smaller than our last place we looked at, and 5,700 square foot lot. So a little bit smaller on that side, but we can see it does have a garage. Again, once we start going to the Ewa, Kapolei, Mililani areas, you start to get garages opposed to carports, which is really nice. Very lush. We've got a nice sized yard here. And all these houses were built basically in the mid to late 80s. So they're somewhat newer than, let's say, if you're on the windward side, that we have places built over there in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. But we can see that this place actually was newly renovated. I read in the specs that it was actually renovated in 2020. So they did make some alterations to it from the 80s. You know, I'm sure they opened up this wall, which creates a little bit more open space. We've got split ACs there. Looks like those are newer windows. They did a nice job in keeping it still pretty quaint. We've got upgraded bathrooms we can see here. Master looks like a jacuzzi tub. His and her sinks, which is fantastic. Split ACs, big open ceilings, and just a nice sized yard for that outdoor living. So all in all, a pretty nice spot. And we can see here, yeah, it was built in 1987 and was remodeled in 2020. So yeah, so that's the Mililani and what you can get for under $1 million. Let's see what we got going on the other side of the island. Okay guys, so now we're gonna move over to the west side. Now the west side, how do I explain the west side? The west side is more of a local vibe. It's where you can find more affordable housing. It was even difficult for me to find $1 million house. Not many came up in that market, but we did find a lot in the 600 to 900 range, but you get way more house. Now the coastline and the area over there is absolutely gorgeous. But just like I said, it's more of a local vibe, and on top of it, there isn't a big high desirability to live there. From an investment standpoint, it might be harder to sell it at a higher price point simply because it's a one-way in, one-way out. There can be lots of traffic, and they haven't really built any infrastructure, and I don't really see any plans of any infrastructure to help with that. So that's just something you want to keep in mind. But if you have a flexible work schedule and you can work around those rush hours, it's a great place to live because it is absolutely and stunning. The coastline is gorgeous, great fishing, great beaches. So it's something you want to look into. And again, you get a lot of house for what you pay for. So let's take a look at what I've pulled up here. So I found this one for $899. It's currently on the market. We can see that it has 6 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2,300 square foot living area, 5,000 square foot lot. Let's take a look at this place. And the great thing when you have this many bedrooms is, you know, out here, a lot of people do the multi-generational living, which is basically a fancy word to say, let's take a single family home, let's split it up, and let's see if we can help somebody help us with the mortgage by renting out another part of the house. I have some videos, which I'll put a link there, that kind of explains how you can do that out here in Hawaii compared to doing like a legal duplex. But that's for another video. You guys can check that one out. So moving on, we can see, you know, right away, you can see they have separate entrances. So that's probably what they're doing here. So you've got a nice garage, which is great. You've got separate units. You've got an outdoor living area. Looks like they've got split AC, which is great. Looks like they did a good job building this place with a little bit of open concept. We've got stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, newer cabinets. We've got tile floors. All in all, a pretty good unit, especially if you're going to be renting this out from an investment standpoint. We've got the split ACs, we've got upgraded kitchen, nice all in all area. And you can see that they've got 2 living areas here. And this must be the garage. I think this is a garage that they turned into a room. So that's another unit you could rent out. And this is what I'm talking about. The beaches and the water is absolutely gorgeous out here. So that's what you get. I mean, that's a ton of house for under 900 grand, and I'm sure you could get it for less than that, because we can see that it's been on the market for 280 days, and then they just put it on the market again 8 days ago. So that's that. We've got one more we're gonna look at over in Kapolei. This is gonna be the last property we're gonna check out today. This is gonna be in the Ewa Kapolei area. This one specifically in Ewa. This is in the Ho'opili Ha'akea area. It's a nice little development here. One thing you want to keep in mind, now this one only has a $59 maintenance fee, which is great. So in Ewa and Kapolei, a lot of these PUDs or planned urban developments, they usually have an association fee. So you actually do have a single family home, but they're in these developments, and those developers have somebody who's taking care of the outdoor landscaping and making sure the community looks beautiful. Sometimes it has a pool, and they can be as low as $30 and some can be as high as $650. So it's something you definitely want to look into. But let's take a look at the specs here. $950,000. And a lot of the homes out here are usually in that price range of about $750 to $950, but usually in that $750 to $850 range is where a lot of the properties sit. This is a bigger one, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. They're usually in that $750 to $800 range. And we can see here we've got a 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1,800 square foot living area and a 5,000 square foot lot. So it's a lot of living area. And again, like I said before, a lot of these homes, they have garages, which is a very, very nice. We can see the roof is in great shape. I mean, this was only built in 2017. This is really, really new. And that Ho'opili area is a whole new development. And we can see we've got a beautiful yard, great size yard for a 5,000 square foot lot. And you got the golf course behind you, which is amazing, as long as you don't have to worry too much about wild balls coming into your backyard. And you can see the community is just gorgeous. They've done a really, really good job, and they're building and building more and more developments here, and it's just a growing economy. So from an investment standpoint, it's a great area. I highly suggest the Ewa and Kapolei area. And we can see everything, like it was built in 2017. So you've got these great, I don't know if that's granite or quartz countertops with the luxury vinyl plank floors, nice wood grained cabinets, stainless steel appliances. Those windows look double paned, which is nice. Great light fixtures, double paned. We got double-sided walls. On the windward side, we have a lot of single walls. Split ACs, which is great for saving electricity. They did just an all-in-all great job with this property here, and I would not be surprised to see this thing go fast. And you'll see this as well. These garages, a lot of them are unfinished, which is fine for VA. If you guys are VA, they don't really care if it's finished, and it's very easy to finish it if you'd like to. I've helped a lot of clients buy in this area, and some of them done it, some of them they haven't. But yeah, all in all, it's a beautiful, beautiful home. So so that hopefully gives you guys, a bird's eye view of what you can get for $1 million in Oahu on the different sides of the islands, and what you get for what you pay for in regards to how much home you get, and in the quality of them. So if you guys have any questions at all, please do me a favor, put them in the comment sections down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Is this just ridiculously too expensive? Is this something that you would like to invest in? What areas would you guys like to buy in? If you were to buy something right now, what side of the island would you guys prefer? I would love to hear it, so put it in the comment section down below. If this was helpful at all, do me a favor, smash that like button, and as well as to subscribe if you want to get more of this content directly notified to you. So you guys have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Aloha.